If you'd like to stop in the meeting, Chair.
Good morning, everyone. Firstly, apologies for the hold up this morning. We've had a few gremlins in the works. My name is Councillor Penny Matthews. I think we should introduce ourselves around the table so that the people that are online will know who exactly they're dealing with this morning. On my right, we have a legal representative.
Alex Griffith, lawyer for the council. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Samantha Woon. I'm Democratic Services Officer.
Hugh Evans, Democratic Services.
Hello, my name is Adrian Jeremiah, I'm Solicitor for the Council of Zayden.
And my name is Michael Locke, and I'm Councillor Paul Sketty Ward.
Morning, I'm PC Paul Jones, and I'm licensed for South Wales Police.
Hello, good morning, it's PC Nicola Atkins from Licensing South Wales Police.
Good morning, I'm Rachel Lewson, I'm Operational Lead for Licensing. Good morning, I'm Lindsay Stark, I'm the Licensing Officer.
Thank you for that. Then online we have the representative and his agent. And we're going to take you through the papers. You will have had a copy of these papers, yes?
We also introduce the other councillors who will participate the application.
Oh, apologies, yes. Apologies, I haven't introduced you because they're online to our two councillors who are online with us today. Would you like to introduce yourself, Councillor Walton, please?
Hi, I'm Councillor Walton, representative for Town Hill Ward.
Thank you. And Councillor Lloyd.
Good morning, all. It's Councillor Paul Lloyd, and I represent one of the representatives for Bonamine Ward. Thank you.
Thank you for that. So I think, are we going to go through the legal things still?
Yes, just to take you through the order of events. First of all, the licensing officers will take us through the report. We'll then have the representations from the police and from Councillor Locke on behalf of the community. We'll then proceed to the applicant and his representative to indicate the reason behind the application and why they want the licence. After each and every person has given their statement, there's the opportunity for the other parties to ask questions if they have any, but we'll take those as they come.
Thank you. And with regard to the councillors, do we have any apologies for absence, please?
No apologies, Chair.
Thank you. Any disclosures of personal or prejudicial interest, please? No? Okay, thank you. So we go to over to the officer now, who will explain to us what exactly we're here for today.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Chair. I'll just run through now the report to the service manager and the Statutory Licensing Subcommittee for the application of a premises licence for 3S Convenience Store, which is located at 95 Sandrock Road, Getty, Swansea. The applicant is Superfees Shamron, and an application for a new premises licence was received by this authority on the 27th of June 2023. The applicant has applied for a premises licence to allow the following licensing activities to take place: the supply of alcohol Monday to Sunday, 600 hours till midnight. A copy of the application and plan is attached to Appendix A, which for ease of reference is pages 7 to 25 within the report, and A1, which is page 27. A bit of background into the application. The property is situated in the centre of Depot Square. The area is a mix of commercial and residential properties. The premises was formerly a clothing store, and this is a small convenience store. The store will also add many other services to the local community, such as bill payments, parcel services, etc. A location plan is attached to Appendix B, which is on page 28. A list and location plan of licensed premises in the area is attached to Appendix B1, which is pages 29 to 30. The promotion of the licensing objectives. The Licensing Act 2003 contains 4 licensing objectives, namely 1, the prevention of counterfeiting disorder, 2, public safety, 3, prevention of public nuisance, 4, protection of children from harm. Each of these objectives is of equal importance and the application must demonstrate how they are to be promoted. Conditions which are consistent with the operating schedule and will be attached to the licence if granted are attached to Appendix C, page 31. Relevant representation. A representation has been received from South Wales Police. The representation is attached to Appendix C, which is on page 32. Representations have also been received from 5 other persons. A copy of these are attached to Appendix C1, which is page 33 to 37. Policy considerations. Considering this application, members should have regard to the current statement of licensing policy, which can be found at the following link, which is within the report. Guidance issued by the Home Secretary. Members should also have regard to the relevant parts of the current statutory guidance. The guidance issued by Home Secretary in August 2023. In particular, 1. Introduction, Chapter 1. 2. Licensing objectives, Chapter 2. 3. Applications for premises license, Chapter 8. 4. Determining applications, Chapter 9. 5. Conditions attached to the premises license, Chapter 10. 6. Statement of licence policy, Chapter 14. And 7. Residence entertainment, Chapter 16. Termination of the application. The decision must be based on the individual merits of the application and the representations received, with a view to promoting the licensing objectives outlined in paragraph 5 to the report. In arriving at the decision, members should also have regard to the relevant provisions of the policy and the guidance as previously provided. Reasons must be provided for any departures from the policy or guidance. In reaching the decision, the committee must have in regard to the representation to take such steps mentioned below, if any, as it considers appropriate for the promotion of the licensing objectives. A. Grant the licence subject to 1. Conditions that reflect the operating schedule, modified to such an extent as the authority considers appropriate for promotion of the licensing objectives. Food and regulated entertainment under the Licensing Act 2003 as amended has been deregulated, where entertainment is deregulated but licensable activities continue to take place on any premises. Any licence conditions imposed on a grant of a licence in respect of any deregulated entertainment will be suspended. 2. Any mandatory conditions relevant to the licence. B. Exclude any of the licensable activities to which the application relates. D. Refuse to specify a person in the licence as the premises supervisor. D. Reject the application. In view of the representations received, the licensing subcommittee instructions were requested.
Thank you for that. Do either of my colleagues have any questions for the officer, please? No? Thank
No,
you.
thank you.
Thank you. So we go to the authorities now, and we go straight to the police.
Regulatory committee, we've spoken to the agent, whereby they've agreed, and we've agreed with them that the closing time can move back to 11 o'clock.
Oh, good,
We are happy with that.
good. Okay.
Great. Shows that one.
Could you hear that?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. So there's been an agreement to move the closing time back to 11 o'clock. But we do have other considerations with regard to the letters that have been sent and in emails.
Obviously, Councillor Locke is here as well.
And Councillor Locke is here as well. So we'll go to Councillor, sorry, does anybody have any questions for the police first, please? No? So Councillor Locke, would you like to address us, please?
Right, thank you. Right, the concern that I have is that currently licensed premises in this area of ourselves close at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock meaning Sketty, Billy, Town Hill, other areas in the area. So my main concern is that if the licensed premises open till 12 o'clock, then that's going to bring in people from the wider area, and that's going to cause problems. I do understand though that the actual the premises in the area do actually have a license until 11 o'clock. So Rather reluctantly, I actually agree that perhaps the best compromise or the best way out of the situation would be for the licence to be terminated, to be finished at 11 p.m.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Does anybody have any questions for Councillor Locke, please? So clearly you're happy that they're bringing the hours back to 1 hour, yeah?
Yes, I'd be happy if it was brought back even in an hour again.
I'm sure.
But I do accept the point that if the co-op has got a licence on paper till 11 o'clock, that probably is not viable.
Right. Thank you for that. So,
And the other thing is, I have had informal discussions with the police, and they do say that they will monitor the situation. And if it is found that there's an increased crime caused by the 11 o'clock closing, they will apply to have it brought back to an hour early.
so thank you for that. So now we go to the applicant.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Hearing that, we come to an agreement with the police. Chair, also you can see, I mean, we already mentioned there is a bistro have license to sell alcohol. I know it's the unlicensed one possibly until midnight, and also we already heard co-op having until 11 p.m. So considering that, just to addressing the hours, I think even there is not strong objections or evidence is being produced even for midnight, but now we have 3 to 2300, Chair. But Chair, also I just wanted to point that out as we are talking about the hours. And the thing is, if you look at this application, this is a convenience store, Chair. I mean, alcohol will be part of it. And it is going to benefit massively as opposed to these premises being empty and not being used. And it is greatly benefiting the local retail shops, even the other ones have already existing. And as you know, this is the mix of commercial and retail premises. Commercial and residential premises. Considering that, I think we come to agreement it's 11 p.m. address lots of those concerns raised by the objectors. Now, Chair, also the applicant, been running retail managing premises, so he's disappeared until a few premises in Wales, in South Wales. So he has well-experienced person. And also we have put a number of conditions to address the full licensing objectives. And considering all of those, Chair, I think we would welcome you to look at to grant the license, consider the 11 p.m. as the closing terminal hours.
Okay.
And I could go through, Chair, all these residents' objection one by one, but I think considering the times, reducing the 1 hour is really addressing lots of concerns they raised by that also, Chair. But just to point out a few other things is just, the number of residents put forward and objections is only about 5, I think. And then if you really look at it, the close by premises, the retail, the houses, at least minimum 20. So, but there are at least 200 houses surrounded closely by, but we only had objection from the 5 people. That shows that there's no such evidence to prove is, in that area there's an anti-social. Even the councillor say in her representation, look at the appendix D1, there is some antisocial behavior, but nothing linked to the alcohol also. But in any case, I think we would like to consider the 11 p.m. as a closing time. Thank you, Chair.
Something you want to say?
Only whether the police or Councillor Locke has any questions for the applicant or the licensing officer.
Did licensing officers have any questions of the applicant? Councillor, do you have any questions you'd like to put to the applicant?
No,
To the police? Apparently there are no questions. Do I just check with my colleagues? Do either of the councillors have any questions for the applicant, please?
No, thank you.
Thank you. And someone
I think,
you've got something.
no, that's fine. I think the applicant summed up the application. So, if you're happy, we'll go into recess to consider the decision and then give it time, maybe 15 minutes.
To come back.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're going to go into recess now. The officers will leave us and we'll stay with our legal representative for guidance. So if you'd like to come back in about 15 minutes, we'll be able to tell you the decision of the committee this morning.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you for that. So if you'd like to log out for now. Thank you. Back. Just to say that we have made a decision to allow the licence until 11 o'clock as agreed. But there are one or two things that I think our legal representative might like to bring to your attention.
So all it is just the reasons for granting the revised application. So as stated, the decision to grant the licence subject to a reduced hour closing time of reduced hours in respect of licensable activities to 11 PM as agreed between the parties has been granted. The licensing subcommittee had regard to the objections raised by the representations. The agreement reached by the police and the applicant, which was supported by Councillor Locke, namely the hours permitted for the sale of alcohol reduced, thus removed the main concerns of the premises being used as a meeting point and destination to purchase alcohol. The committee were happy to see that the building was being occupied once more, and were also encouraged that the police will monitor the situation regarding potential antisocial behaviour at Heathcote Square that could be related to those premises. So those are the reasons given for the granting of that application.
Okay, well, it's just we need to wind up now and say thank you all for coming. Apologies again for the delay and the late opening. But that's it for today. Thank you again. Bye bye.
Thank you. I just wanted to say thank you and thank you for organizing it online. I know it's been some time technical problem come, but it's really amazing you organized that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.